Hello, good friends, and welcome to Kelly's Wordy Reactions, where I review content and videos that I find interesting, then react and provide my commentary. If you would please hit the thumbs up and like the video as you come in. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Feel free to hop in the chat while you're here or just sit back and listen. Whatever you decide, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Now, let's get this show on the road. Okay. So, again, I want to welcome you in. Say good morning to you. Today is January the 5th, 2025. And wow, that's kind of unbelievable. We're already like on into the first of the year. So, good morning. Hello. Uh, Buenos dias. I don't know any other languages, but let's go ahead and get started. So today I'm going to go ahead and look into this call again, the jail call with the newest jail call over on phone calls from prison. Of course, if you are not don't know about phone calls from prison or you're not subscribed, go ahead and head on over there as well, or whenever you get off of this video, check out phone calls from prison. They have jail calls, they have jail video visits, they have the Ernest and Shirley and Lamont and Sonya and Dion and whoever else, Dre, all the jail calls from all of all of them, and as well as video visits. They have Wade Wilson and so many others that have been jailed, and so they've gotten a hold to their calls and some of their calls and video visits through the Freedom of Information Act, and they are posted over there for us to view, review, and whatever else you want to do with them. So, anyway, we're going to take a look at this one, this latest one from Nesto and Lamont. And it's so funny. Oh, good morning. I just looked over at the chat. Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, Zen Soul. And Samantha was here a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if she stopped back in. I was going to grab water. I realized I needed my reading glasses. I'm like, okay, let me go get everything together and then I'll be right back. So yeah, all I could think of, I don't know why my mind works like this, but whenever especially Lamont is saying these things over and over and over, I'm like, I can just, this should be a song. I mean, he said, stay focused and keep your head on a swivel to Nesto. I don't know how many times, but the main thing is that it's just so ridiculous. Like, what does that even mean? Stay focused? Stay focused on what? I mean, what is he supposed to stay focused on? I guess he could mean stay focused on the point, like stay focused on trying to get you a defense together, stay focused on what you need to be thinking about in order to help the lawyers to, get your defense together. But he never says that. He always just says, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Keep your head on a swivel. What is this supposed to mean? Keep your head on a swivel. Like, that's kind of the same thing as staying focused. He just doesn't give any context, and it just sounds so ridiculous. Actually, Lamont reminds me a lot of Sonya. So, you know how Sonya does a lot of talking and talking and talking and talking. And I think that at some point she thought that she was just helping him to keep his mind off of things and helping him to get through it and filling in so he wouldn't have to say so many things. She's going to say it for him so he doesn't have to say it. Now I think it's just her. She just, she just can't help herself. She's just got to just talk and talk and talk and talk. But Lamont is kind of like similar to what I used to think about Sonya. It's like he's trying to just talk, fill up the time. You know, he talks, so of course he knows Nesto. He knows it's not even good for him to talk that much, but he's just talking to get through the time and get this phone call over with. Lamont is like, I don't know, it's almost like he is the most unhelpful friend that you could come up with. Um, but of course, we do love this for all of them, and it's just crazy. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get to pulling it up. But once again, Happy New Year, everybody! Happy New Year, and I hope everybody had a nice holiday season. Let me see. There we go. Let me get back over here. I'm going to get rid of this music real quick. Um, okay. All right. And then I'm going to get to, I saw some comments coming in. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back up to the top. And yes, again, good morning to everyone. Ooh, clear skies. All right. You know what? It's really, really nice and pretty here as well in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. It's real clear and sunny. I don't know what the temperature is. Let me see. Is the temperature? Let me look at the temperature because I did hear some wind, some windy wind. I was like, ooh, is it getting cold out there? Oh, it's 50 and it feels like 37 degrees. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And it's windy conditions. So bundle up. If you're in this area, bundle up before you go outside. Chin up. Oh, man. Sunshine said, absolutely, I agree. He was getting on my nerves. I mean, Lamont is something else. Do we think Lamont could be cooperating? Then so said, I can't stand Lamont. His views towards women are so disgusting. Awful. Yeah. Yeah, he's really trash, for to say the least. Um, let's see. He kept repeating himself like a Dr. Seuss book. I don't think he's above cooperating because they do have him as who is it? Josh Jones. So, and everybody knows he's not a real attorney. His name definitely isn't Josh Jones, and he didn't get charged as far as we know yet or anything. So maybe he's doing a bit of cooperating. Oh, hey, Texas Toy. Good morning. Good morning. I'm just clicking on stuff. Yes, good morning from the bushes. I hear you. I completely understand. I stay in the bushes while I'm at work, laughing and trying to keep doing my work and not being on my phone commenting. Hey, Keisha Marie, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Yeah, it I'm sure if it feels like 37 outside, I'm not going out there, not yet. I'll go out in a little bit. I don't even know where I have to go today. Oh, I want to change my hairstyle and I'm thinking about a crochet style. So I will probably, I was on Amazon actually when I woke up trying to see if I wanted to order and get something, just get something by like 5 p.m. But I think I do better to be able to go to the beauty supply and look and see because I don't know, I wasn't really seeing what I felt like I wanted to see on Amazon. So I will probably go out and go to the beauty supply. Must agree. I believe he would sell nasty Nesto for $2. I don't think. I know. I do not think Lamont is above um, much of anything really. But I don't think he wants to go to jail. Lamont doesn't strike me as somebody that wants to be in jail, and he's definitely not honest. Not truthful. I don't know how these two remain. I don't know. It's really kind of, I don't know. I would really like to know more about how it just brings you back to Shirley, doesn't it? Like, what in the world was she thinking to like have these type of characters around her? Because even if Nesto has you snowed over, right? Because he's your man and whatever, whatever. Overlooking all kind of stuff because he's your man. But Lamont is not your man. How are you overlooking Lamont? Like, I don't know. That's just I'm not seeing that one. I think and he is who he is, Remember that call when he talked about how he took her and Debbie out and how he was talking and behaving. I mean, I don't know. Is Shirley maybe just a little bit more ratchet than what we give her credit for? Is that what's going on here? Maybe maybe we done gave Shirley a little bit too much credit. Kind of like Whitney Houston, maybe. Maybe everybody just is giving her a little bit too much credit. And I like Shirley. I'm not, shade, no shade, as they would say. But even if you're gonna just overlook the fact that your man is really a trip, but his friend is, you know, abusive, he's a liar. I mean, not just a liar, but he's like, what is the liar called where it's a disorder? He's in all these places where everybody knows he's not. Uh, okay, it looks. Hold on, y'all. It looks decent. Um, so yeah, like, what is that liar called? Do you know what that liar? A pathological liar.
That just means you lie for no benefit.
Yeah, that means you lie for no benefit. That's what that's what Lamont is, and you know that about your man's good friend, and it's just cool. You have him around. Like Lamont is around. He's over to the house. He's taking y'all out, you meeting him out, or whatever it is. He's calling, he's acting how he acts, and it's just okay. All these years, he was there at the wedding. He's there, from the beginning to the end. So, yeah, very interesting. Sunshine said it's 52 now. Ooh, 52 in Florida. Wow, that does seem. I don't know much about Florida weather except for that it's supposed to be kind of like, a tropical feel all the time. So yeah, I would think that is 52 is cold here. So yeah, this 37 is going to be kicking our butts. I hope it what's the high? The high is like in the 40s today. Let's see. Oh, Keisha Marie says she saw the pic of me and my son. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. There's a story time, not behind the picture, but behind why I posted it. was I was super annoyed with his father that day. His father is my not my husband. He's my like high school sweetheart. Was at that time, way, way, way back when. And yeah, he just has a way of like, um, he could be the best, with my son and the grandkids and stuff like that. And then he can just be, yeah, he could be something else. But that's a story time for another day. But yeah, I was like, where's my pit? Let me let me get my son. This is my son. Let me pull him up here and give him some props from his mom, because his dad, he can really he's probably, and I don't really do the narcissist thing like a whole lot, but y'all y'all, you know what, that's something we could talk about in the membership. when i when I come up with a good plan for the membership, we need to talk about real life, real real stuff, because I have a lot of experiences to share. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's my big baby. Um, oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That's how I want my hair, actually. Um, but I had ordered that hair was some clip-ins, of course, my hair, and then I had ordered some clip-ins for the length. 'Cause my hair is like bob length, and but they were not ordered them. I had gone and picked some up just to do a quick hairstyle. And the hair, of course, is synthetic. I think I only like synthetic hair with crochet styles, because you can just put it in. It looks good for a couple of weeks, and then you can, take it on back out. And but yeah, that hair, it was literally like a one day and done, because it feels like doll hair, like literally. It was so bad. It was so bad, the feel of it. So I would like to either get some real human hair like that, or um, I don't know, maybe a sew in where it would all be that color. I like the clip ins though. It was really nice for ease of use, getting in, and it's uncomfortable. You can pull it right back out. I mean, her boss is country old Steve. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I guess it's the way she talks, where we just, not we, but I don't know, some people, I'm gonna say some people just, feel. that she should have known better. That's just is what it is. It just feel like she should have known better. So many, red flags flying all around him, his friends, his circle, as he always talks about. Just trash. Ruth Chris. Oh yeah. Yep, I would. I mean, I really would be. I would be really embarrassed by that. You're in a nice place. People, people know you. people people have, just have a certain expectation. And even if it's not the people, like I just have a certain expectation of myself and just how I want to be when I'm somewhere, let alone onlookers. And yeah, no thank you. No thank you, Lamont. But yeah, they went out, they got drunk too, they had a good time. um Shirley laughed about everything. She didn't see anything wrong with nothing. So Shirley's starting to look extremely questionable. Well, hey, I said what I said. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much for stopping by. You said a long, long, long time ago. Oh, man. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all have to tell him. I'll have to tell him what y'all said. He has a channel called Heavy Metal Whips. He's fixing up a Nova, a 76 Nova. That's mostly what he's doing. So, but I think he plans on, just doing a lot of car. It's not what most of us might be interested in, but maybe your fellows or your sons, or if you know anybody that's into classic car fix up. He's not at the beautification part yet. He's more so at the putting in another motor and stuff like that. So you'd have to be a real like car person to enjoy it at this point. But I think once he gets to the point of actually getting it, starting to get the look of it restored, and maybe taking it out and going live from some car shows and stuff like that, I think it'll be real cool for anybody to look at. But now it's kind of like a car guy, car gal channel. Oh, eyeshadow tutorial. Okay, yes, sure. You know what, Keisha Marie? I did have a makeup channel. But I never told anybody about it. I was just trying to see how much traction it could kind of pick up on its own. But I'll put a link in. I'm kind of transitioning it from just makeup to a little bit of just a full lifestyle, because I just noticed like I kind of do almost the same makeup every day. Um, and so I was like, this is a little bit boring. I do pretty much the same thing every time I was doing a video. So I'm gonna do more lifestyle on there: cooking, cleaning, um, organizing, vlogging, just whatever it is that I'm doing, and then that way I can do more interesting content. Let's see. Shirley, accustomed to correcting Steve and Tommy on their enunciation. Nasty Bill, right in line. You know what? That's so true. Kind of like the proverbial mother of everybody. Yeah, we need to get out of that. Whoever we is, I'm not saying that that's everybody, but whoever does that, we need to get out of that. I've had so many children and been raising people for so long. I had Chris on the picture. I had him when I was 19, 10 days away from my 20th birthday. And you definitely can get into the habit of kind of mothering everybody and not only doing it, but feeling comfortable doing it. Um, and so then I've had three children and two stepchildren. And, she only had the one daughter, right? But still, you know, maybe that's still just something that she kind of has in her, but we just shouldn't be going around applying that to grown men. My mother had one of those. Uh-oh. How you doing, Caramel Beauty 65? I lost track. One of what? I hope not a Nesto. Yes, good morning. Good morning. Um, I saw that he had a channel and he had extremely into cars. I watched a few. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, he goes and buys the car parts and takes you along to the wherever it is. I forget the name of the place. But I'm gonna have to tell him, he goes fishing and stuff like that too. I'm gonna have to tell him he should maybe kind of expand because he had gotten into where he was just doing the stuff with the cars when he had something to do. But I think it's better when you can just show more, more things, what you're doing all the time. And I think probably the same people that like cars would probably enjoy his some fishing content too. Yeah, I was thinking about whenever he gets a little bit larger and more recognized, he can probably get some, what do you call those? The brand deals. All right, let's start this video because we just talking. I'm just carrying on and whatnot at this point. You said never Nesto. Okay, great. Okay, so your mother had a car. Oh, the 76 Nova. Okay, you know what? It's so funny. I don't know if it was a 76 Nova, but my mother used to have a Nova too, and it was like a rusty orange color. And his is not that orange, but it's some, in that year, whatever the colors were, the colorways were at that time. But I was like, yeah, this reminds me of the car we used to have. And my mother lost that car in a car accident. And I guess car insurance wasn't what it is today, or maybe she just had the basic insurance and somehow whatever happened, she lost that car and we didn't have another car for years. Um, but yeah, I remember that car and I was in there. We had a car accident and then we did not get another car for a long time. But okay, let's go ahead and get to this madness right here.
Please hold. Hello, this is a call from an inmate at the Cobb County Adult Detention Facility. This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
What you got, man?
What's going on, player?
Man, I feel like my life is just
Don't start that. You good to go.
Yeah.
Don't start that. You good to go. Don't even worry about it. Everything gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Can the man get a word in edgewise? What in the world? See this right here. This is crazy. This is really crazy. I mean, don't start that. Don't start that. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be all right. You just got to keep your head up, stay on swivel. That's all. Ain't nobody said it was gonna be easy.
No, it
Stay
ain't.
on swivel.
It ain't easy. It ain't easy. But this one right here just took my top all the way out to the goddamn roof right here, bro.
Yeah, shit. Yours, mine, and everybody else's, but shit, they know better than that.
Yeah.
That shit don't even sound right.
At all. Man, that shit got me all the way through, all the way to the left, bro. All the way to the left.
Yeah, but it's gonna be all right. They got to prove it and bring it to the forefront.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I haven't even called the wife yet. I'm gonna call her after I talk to you. And Lloyd already done talked, but I ain't talked. But man, I don't know what they're wrong. I just don't. I'm confused right now, bro.
You ain't
Okay, so for a little bit of context, which we probably, all probably remember, but just for anybody who doesn't, Nesto just found out that he's got a new set of charges with CP, child P, right? So this was at first it was like some bit of controversy as to when he actually knew that he got the charges. Um, and so, but it was around this time. It was January 11th, 12th, 13th ish. But so this call is happening January 12th. So we know for sure that he knew on January the 12th. He's saying that his lawyer has already told Shirley, but he hasn't talked to Shirley. He's talking to Lamont as if Lamont already knows. And so I guess that's why Lamont starts the call off, kind of shutting him down. Like, don't even say that. Don't even worry about it. Just get your mind off of it, all this stuff. Because he's got these CP charges. And I don't know. I can't remember how many of them it is. But, it's a good handful of pictures. I'm trying to think. But yeah, my memory, it's definitely more than one charge. So we'll just put it like that. So he's been charged with this. He's trying to express how blown away he is. And I just don't understand. Why does he always have to make up new terminology for how he feels? Why can he just not use the regular things? Why he always got to reinvent the wheel? His head is blown all the way back from the forehead. Like, why do you have to just keep inventing ways to say, this is really messed up? I can't believe this. Like, can we just say something normal that everybody says? Like, can you believe they charged me with this? Where did they get this from? I can't even imagine how they would have. Where did they come up with this stuff at? How can I prove that I ain't had no stuff like this? Like, just the regular stuff. What is wrong with just saying the normal? But he's always got to figure out some way to find words that, the structuring of sentences that we never heard before. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with him, because I know that he knows how to say, man, can you believe this? I can't believe this. Where did they get this from? You could be lying and say that. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand this man. I that's good that I don't, but it's just so odd. Let's see. Stay on swivel means exactly what? Exactly. Exactly, with the E and the X. Oh man. My goodness, my goodness. I cannot wait for this trial. I have so many questions. Me too. I certainly hope that he don't come up with some type of way to plead all this stuff out. But something tells me that Nesto is gonna start accepting whatever that they have to offer, because he always says every time, well, a long time ago, he doesn't say it anymore. But a long time ago, anytime Sonya would start talking about, uh, they're gonna have to prove it, they're gonna have to take it to the box and all that stuff. We just gonna take it to the box. They gonna have to prove it. Just all of her antics. Go to trial, go to trial. Dismiss or go to trial. He would always start saying, whoa, 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 we not there yet. We not even, who said anything about all that? We not trying to do all of that. So then she would start saying a lot about just getting it dismissed and all that, because I'm sure she understood and felt that energy, like he's not really trying to go to trial. So at the end of the day, I don't know if they do start offering him something, or if they will. I think that's probably the protocol. Is that the protocol, to try to get people to an agreement so they won't have to spend the money for trial? Does anybody know for sure? Because I think he thinks he's cool and lame as hell. Yes, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it, because it's got to be something. It's got to be some kind of reason why he thinks that he just has to create new ways of saying stuff all the time for uh, just the regular IEP. He's ignorant. Oh gosh, he's ignorant and can't help himself. Don't you stick to the basics though? If you ignorant, like, let's just stick to the, you know, man, the tried and true. The tried and true is okay. Oh, he's dramatic, and he also thought they would not discover these things. Hey, Nesto, Shackle Shuffle Walk Chain. So, I think you're right, but I also know for sure that I think he was hoping upon hope that they wouldn't just, just really go through that computer. But when Dion and Shirley went and picked that truck up, I did a short to emphasize it. When Dion and Shirley went and picked up the truck, and they were telling him how everything went. They had stopped at the gas station because they weren't riding in the same car. Of course, they went together, but one had to drive a vehicle back. So Dion hops in the truck and Shirley stays in her, whatever she was driving. And then they stop at a gas station and they talk to him. And as they're talking to him, they're telling him how everything went and how the truck looked and all that stuff. And he said, so did they get the computer? And somebody said, oh, yeah, all that's gone. All that's gone. And he was like, oh. Then he went on to something else. He tried to kind of like pick up face and go on to something else. But it was just something about the way that they were all over the place, telling him about this, telling him about that, kind of laughing about this, that, and the other. And it was one of the first questions he asked, did they get the computer? And so that's when I felt like he knew he was in trouble, and he was always kind of waiting on that other shoe to drop. So, but of course, when the shoe does actually drop, you are still devastated, I would imagine. Let's see. Oh, Ronald Reagan's "No Child Left Behind" slogan. Oh man. Yeah, he's I think going to trial is one of his worst fears. Now the thing is, he doesn't have to get up there and, as Sonya would say, take it to the box. He doesn't have to get in the box at all. But I just don't think that he wants to even uh, deal with all that. I don't think so. So I think if there's anything that's going to be offered to him as a way for him to, get out of actually going to trial. And then he's going to say, man, them folk can put me away for 100 years. I ain't going to no trial. I ain't risking that. I want to get out of here. At least I could get out of here by, 5 years or, whatever it is that he might say. He's going to come up with some type of way to excuse his way out of going ahead and just accepting a plea. But he's going to accept that plea if one is offered. In my humblest opinion. Let's see. Well, now Sonya got her own problems with this case. Oh, Sonya. It's got to be. Thank you so much, Zen. So, yes, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Yeah, Sonya has to be out of her mind as well. Maybe the lack of nourishment and stuff has, actually caused her to go more crazy than what she already was, because she just, whatever they're doing now with her, she's she banged on the door. She didn't just walk herself into it. Like, she just banged on the door of getting herself in as part of this case. And then she want to sit there and say, I'm not going to give them anything to help the state. Girl, you better give them whatever you can give them to help yourself. Because at this point, she doesn't know. She said too much. She doesn't know what angle they're coming from. She doesn't know if it has something to do with the witness stuff. She doesn't know if it has something to do with, they think that she's been a part of any of those RICO acts. She doesn't know where it's coming from. She's done too much. She's said too much. I don't know. She's probably shaking in her little silver boots somewhere. And that would be valid, because it's really no telling what type of plans they have. And how long does she have? Until January, was it 12th or 21st or something like that, to get them all of the correspondence that she's ever had between her and him? I've been all these years from 22 to 20. It's like 2.5 years worth of stuff they're asking her to submit. And she's trying to say, I have 2 items here. Here's your 2 items. And I do know she hasn't actually submitted anything and filed it with the court. But from what they wanted us to believe over there on IS channel, she said she only had 2 things and she attached them. And it's like, girl, if you don't give those people what they want, you're going to probably at least do those, 20 days in jail in Fulton County. And at the most, I could see them putting Sonya in jail and coming back and hitting her with some charges. Some real, like, you better go get your own attorney. You should have saved your money from all those calls and got your own retainer. Let's see. I have tried to get my sister, who is a defense attorney, into the Nesto saga after 3 calls. She said, these people stupid and ignorant. Yes. Amen. Amen. Oh, she couldn't tolerate Sonya. Wow. So a whole defense attorney. Yeah, it's she can't even begin to backtrack what it is that she could have done to do something that's illegal. She can't even figure it out. She's done too much. And they're asking her for 2.5 years worth of stuff. Like, girl. Nothing about nasty says I'm innocent. Nope. Oh man, yeah, no, he's foil boots. Yeah. Yep. I know she got to be, she not crazy enough to not be a little bit scared. I know that. She's been helping the prosecutor since day one. Yep, saying stuff, pointing out stuff, um, telling him what his alibi is and him going along with it. Um, and you know what else? Something else that I have a suspicion that Nesto was doing with this whole like, uh, you need to deal with my attorney thing. And it was something in it's not in this call, it's in one of the last calls. So he was saying that he went to the lawyer. No, he had a lawyer appointment. I'm sure y'all remember this too. He had an appointment with the attorney. The attorney came, and he said the attorney didn't come. And Sonya was saying, well, he said he was there and you wasn't there, or you didn't show up. And he was like, no, I was there. He's the one that didn't show up. He must have came after I left, because I waited on him about 15 minutes and he didn't show up. And so, and it was one other thing about him having her deal with the attorney. So the thing is that I was thinking was, what if Nesto was really always dodging his own attorney and having Sonya give the breakdown and the alibi and all this stuff to the attorney? Meanwhile, because you know how it always seemed like it was a problem with him being able to communicate good with these attorneys, and we don't know if he's we don't know, because the attorney client thing is privileged, so we're not privy to how much the attorneys came. They couldn't they might have said, well, he's sick, he's this, he's that. What if Nesto was dodging his own attorney trying to let Sonya give the attorneys the, S, Crail, Bamal, what is his name? BC. Did he have another one? I don't think he had another one that Sonya was dealing with, but it was BC and it was Crail, and now it's this next attorney that all Sonya has been privy to dealing with. When he said that he went and the lawyer wasn't there, and Sonya was like, no, he came. He told me he came to see you, and you weren't there. It just was giving to me, I'm trying to dodge my own attorney. So I don't know, because we just wouldn't know. Hey, that girl. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, I just think, like he don't have anything to say for himself. So when Sonya, and he doesn't like to tell the truth, like your lawyer can figure things out for you from their educated perspective, right? If you tell them what's up. But if you are not willing to tell the lawyer what's up, they can't do anything for you. And I think Nesto is so hell bent and locked in to lying and being deceitful and not understanding how things work. I mean, this goes back to being ignorant again, but he just so locked into that mindset. I don't think he can actually get on with telling the lawyer, okay, now this is what I actually did, this is what I didn't do. What can we do? What what kind of what can we work out with with what I got? Because I don't know, the court of law is, I'm going to go in there and they're going to say, okay, you have to see this person as innocent until the prosecution proves him guilty. But on your lawyer's side, you need to tell your lawyer what is going on so he can defend you. And I don't know. I personally, from everything that we've seen on Nesto, I don't think he has it in him to communicate with his lawyer so that his lawyer can defend him. And I think when he started seeing that Sonya was willing and able to make things up for him and make things look a certain kind of way for him, I think that's when he probably started thinking, you know what, let me just let her, tell the lawyer, and we'll just see what they can come up with together. Meanwhile, I'll just sit here and go back and forth with her and ask her, what did the lawyer say? What y'all do? What y'all talk about? Um, okay, give me the full rundown. Why do you need the full rundown from this side hand of yours? Why do you need her to give you some full rundown on the lawyer when the lawyer is your lawyer? What are you talking about? And of course, she still wouldn't give him the full rundown. I don't know. That's it's just food for thought. Food for thought. Okay, so Sunshine said he was lying about showing up altogether. He did show up, but he was lying about not showing up. That girl said she had infamous reading that mess. I don't think she's scared. She's crazy. Well, if she's not scared, she is crazy. She is crazy as hell, because I would be I would be like, oh my God, you got 2.5 years worth of information out here where you've been dealing with this all kind of, he's got crime coming out of every orifice. He got charges coming from everywhere. And you just been dealing with him, talking to him, lying and saying that you're doing stuff, researching and all this stuff. And now they want to know what's up? What you done found out? What have you been doing? What part have you been playing in all of this? And all you can say is, well, here's 2 things. I don't have anything except these 2 things. Okay, girl. I wanted to put that past him. He lies so much. I wouldn't. Oh, okay. So you're saying I wouldn't put that past him? Yeah. Hey, a lady 747. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for stopping by. I agree. He likes to have women be his mouthpiece. Yep. Oh yeah, the whole mouthpiece thing. So yeah, it is. I know it's some reason why I was on this track. I was like, could he just really be relying on Sonya to deal with his attorney? Is he really that crazy? And then I was thinking, yeah, I think he's really he hates to own up to anything that he did. And Sonya has got an answer for everything. So I could really see him thinking that would work. He has a protection of saying, I didn't say that, I didn't do that, and I don't know them folks. Yeah, that is an interesting point. That sounds very possible. He lies so much, it all comes natural, even if it means to hurt it. Yeah, even if it's going to hurt his case, which, sometimes you got to be smart enough to even be a criminal. And especially these days, like I would be so scared to be a criminal, I wouldn't know what to do, because there's so much technology. I've always said ever since I was younger that they have, there's whole, I don't even know what you call it, but I mean, it's an industry full of people, right, that are there to investigate crimes, to look into it. They have people that understand your whole criminal psychology. They have people that are 24/7 trying to get you, whoever it is that's doing crimes. You can't just think that you just are going to escape all of that. Like you can't just think that. And if you do, you need to be really really smart person who has thought about every possible angle of it, all this stuff. So being that, and then how he let that situation go down with Erica, like, you're gonna really think that it can just go over and over again, that some person that's not an attorney is going to keep presenting themselves in the court of law as an attorney, as someone else? What if somebody really knows that other person? Um, but both of them, they were just willing to keep doing this because they had done that. Erica, as AKA Holloway or Hollowell, whatever her attorney name was that she stole, or the attorney she was impersonating. They had done that multiple occasions, definitely more than 2 occasions. So even for them to think that that can just keep going over, just he just doesn't, he don't have it all, and then he knows he doesn't have it all, so he hands it to somebody else, to oh, okay, you got it all, okay, here you go, handle it all. Let's see. I said what I said. I don't understand why he's lying to his lawyer and not tell the lawyer the full story. Yeah, I really do think because he's so not capable of being honest. There's so much to unpack. He is too embarrassed to address the truth. Whew. Just saying unpack made me I don't know, made me feel overwhelmed. Like, yeah, this man is it's like he's diabolical, but then again he's not. He wants to do things that he can't really do. Another part that I think we're going to get to it in this call. I got to get back to the actual call, y'all. But I think it's in this call where he's going to say, I did so much for them folks. I put her, like, I guess what he was trying to say was like, I gave her so much of this, great lifestyle, the parts of the lifestyle that she wanted. I put her in this, I gave her that. And like, she doesn't she hadn't appreciated any of the stuff that I did. But no, nobody's going to appreciate you scamming and scheming and stealing to put me in a position, all the while I'm thinking that you're doing this stuff out of your businesses and out of your money that you have coming in. I don't know how many things he told her, places where he said he had monies coming in from. But nobody is going to respect that at the end of the day when it all comes crumbling down, and we see behind the wall that, you haven't been earning any of this money. All this stuff is coming from other people that you are alleged to have taken it from in all kinds of crazy ways, not to mention the fact that you're having relationships, like intimate relationships with these people. And you want me to be happy that you got me into a house where you didn't never really pay the rent. You was dodging paying the rent, getting money from women while having relationships with them to give me something that I said I wanted. No, nobody's going to appreciate that at the end of the day. You don't get any brownie points for all of this tomfoolery that you put me in the middle of. And you married me on top of being married to 1 or 2 other people. So, yeah. It's just a mess. It is one of the messiest things that I ever did see. Let's see. I'm sure Boney Tail deleted the majority of the stuff. What happens in that case if everything is gone? That is true. She could probably be charged with trying to get rid of evidence. They got charges for just about everything. So I would imagine maybe they can charge her with some type of like getting rid of things, getting rid of evidence. Aiding and abetting keeps coming to my mind, but because there's things that she knew for sure that Nesto wasn't supposed to do, like contact those witnesses and the calls and everything lets you know that she knew. So she's, she can contact people. Um, but if you know that this person who is being charged with something has a restriction of not contacting a witness, and then you help that person break the law in his case, because for him it's illegal to contact these certain people. And if you think, well, I can reach out to him, well, not if you know that you're reaching out to him on his behalf and he's not supposed to. You're helping him do what's illegal for him to do. So I would think at the very least, she's compromised, on several fronts. How could Nesto be there and sleep all day? He did say that. I didn't sleep all day. No, I went up there. I mean, it was like, sir, you're giving I'm a lie and the truth is not in me. The truth is not in me. He really only wanted Sonya because he's illiterate. This is why he chose Sonya. He's still taking her advice after finding out she's broke and a liar. Makes no sense to me, except for the fact that he don't have nobody else. Yep, he don't have nobody else. So that's the only place where it does, is that he, everybody else either wasn't there in the first place, like they're still there hanging around in the background, but the person that really mattered that could, actually do something for him is gone, which is Shirley. And Dre, definitely, I mean, Dre is probably just gonna make sure he's there as a, you can call me and I can give you $6 on a call, but I'm not, Dre is not gonna put his house up anymore. That's, that deal is out the window after Dre started hearing all these calls and hearing all the discrepancies and all that type of stuff. Dre is not good for putting his house on the line and stuff like that anymore. Let's see. Nesto isn't being honest and forthcoming with Sonya because she's been creating scenarios and alibis, but Nesto has talked to the police and given statements. Yes, that's true. He talked and incriminated himself. Yeah, that is true. And he said he didn't give any statements, but he did. And then when he compared Sonya to the mom on Power Book 2, I was sure that this man is a lunatic. Oh man, Sunshine, you be taking me out. And you know what? The other ridiculous part about all that, like him telling her, you remind me of this person and that person, he'll tell other people that, like they're supposed to know what he's talking about. And you know that lady on that? That's her. That's her. That's her right there. And it's like, what? I didn't tell you that. This is not a real person that we all know. Yeah, he's something else. Let's start this call back.
You got to be confused. Shit, they on. You know what they on? They trying to take you down. Shit, but you keep fighting. Fuck them. Shit,
Yeah.
Just keep goddamn going ahead. They ain't got nothing. They making up shit.
Man, when I tell you that shit is crazy to me in my head right now.
No, but you got to just stay focused, stay strong. They making up shit. They do that when they ain't got nothing.
Yeah, I know that part, but that right there is a over the top one now.
Yeah, I figured that too. Shit, I said what?
Yeah, that's
Man.
way low. That's way low to top, that bro.
They done went over the motherfucking Dixie line now. I said, good gracious alive.
Yeah.
Man, somebody pissed the fuck off. I don't know who you done pissed off, but somebody's mad.
Well, when my attorney went and tried to get that thing for me, and he got what he wanted, but they came back with some other shit today on some bullshit.
Yeah, I know. They already knew they was coming with some bullshit. That's why they gave that to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
They playing games, man.
Yeah, but that ain't them right there. That to me, I mean, that right there can damage a motherfucker like me, for real. I can deal with other shit, but this right here, that's way out of my character, bro. They got me so fucked up right now. I can't even think. It
Yeah,
don't sound like a lot, but to me it is.
shit. It is a lot. God damn it, it don't sound like a lot. Shit, it's a lot.
It's a
But
lot.
you just have to keep motherfucking moving. You can't goddamn stop. Cause once everything is said and done, the truth will reveal. You ain't got to worry about that. But you got to keep moving. You can't stop because
Right.
if you stop, they're gonna win. You can't stop. You got to stay focused and keep moving. Don't even goddamn look back at them. Let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's how you have to look at it. Start looking at I'm coming home tomorrow, coming home the next day. Listen, let me tell you something. One time I got locked up. I thought I was gonna get out. I stayed in jail almost 3-4 months. My probation officer, they tried to revoke me. They tried to goddamn sentence me to motherfucking 20 years. All kinds of shit. I had one little boy I was roommates with. The nigga was named Eminem. I'll never forget the little white boy. He had done stole some shit. My grandma told me one thing. What they in there for and what you own is two different things. You stay focused and keep it moving. And that's exactly what I did. And stop talking about I'm coming home every day. I'm coming when I need to come. Right now I need to focus on my lawyer, focus on my family, and focus on keep shit going. If you need some money, I'll put some money on your books. Don't worry about the shit. Just stay focused, stay strong. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard, but shit, ain't nothing going on out here but a bunch of motherfucking killing, bitches running around selling, and a bunch of niggas running around fucking each other. Ain't nothing else going on. So ain't nothing else going on. Bitches in your business. Ain't nobody getting no money. All these bitches and hoes running around here broke. They trying to sell to get money, and the niggas around here fucking each other. Ain't nothing else. You ain't missing nothing.
Hmm.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, phone calls from prison. She's over there doing her thing. But the truth will reveal. The truth will reveal. That's Lamont. Uh yeah, this is just crazy. So I was thinking too, right here where Lamont interjects this little story. What does this have to do with any damn thing? What are you talking about? So this what makes me think that Lamont is just sitting up there, uh, I don't know, trying to pass the time, trying to come up with something to fill up the time on the phone call. He don't want to hear Nesto complain. He don't want to face the fact of how awful this has shaken out and become. He don't want to, he don't want to go there with him. And it's cool, to encourage your friend and brother, whatever it is, and all of that. I mean, that's cool to try to keep him up, but this is where he starts to do the Sonya to me. Like, you done told a story about some roommate of yours. It didn't, I couldn't relate it to anything. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the correlation, but I was like, why? What does this have to do with anything? I don't really see how he put that in there and what it connected to. So it seemed like just a filler, like something to say. Then he takes off in another direction, start talking about basically what Shirley says all the time. You're not out till you're out. You're not out. Don't keep saying you're out because you're not out till you're out. And you know what? Even if you're out when you're out, you can still get locked back up because as much as these charges keep hitting, they would have just came back and picked him up on some more charges. So even if he was out, he could have still went back in because he got this CP that just hit. Then he's got the in June, July-ish, right? He's got the SA that's gonna hit. So I don't know. It's just one big cluster F, and it's crazy. And Lamont has a mixture of, okay, I'm gonna answer this call, but I can't let him say too much to incriminate himself. I can't say nothing to incriminate me. I do kind of agree with, the wife. You do need to just, just grin and bear it. You do need to just know that when if you get out, you get out. What else can I come up with? What else can I say? Oh, and he's also getting ready to try to figure out how he can get Shirley into her storage. And it's kind of like he does it without looking like he's trying to help do it. So Lamont is like, Lamont, who are you? Like, are you the ops? Are you do you just feel more for Shirley than you want to let on? Because in 1 minute he's saying, F her and the horse she rode in on. You got to think about yourself. Then the next minute you trying to say what she says and help her out. Then you taking her out and her friend, and when you talking about him behind the back. So Lamont is he's a completely mixed bag. And that's what makes me think that he could be cooperating, as they would say. Hey, one leg off. Thank you so much for stopping by. And then I'm Sonya, Nesto's lead attorney. I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm glad Shirley living her best life. These people are losers. Yes, indeed. It's something else. It's like, wow. The truth will reveal. Amen to that, sunshine. That's the word right there, reveal. This man talking about the truth will reveal. But yeah, that's more like it, reveal. And he wasn't even trying to go there, but he did. How would you know unless you are buying or pimping? Should have told. Oh, okay. Stop committing crimes. Yep, that's what she should have said. But I don't know. Some of these the angle, that some of these mothers and grandmothers be coming on some other stuff, every mother and grandmother sure is not created alike. In other words, keep your mouth shut and don't tell them I sent the pics. Oh man, there is no correlation at all. Yeah, filler. He's telling filler stories. He's pulling this from that. When he started saying however he said it, but the you're not out till you're out thing, like Shirley said, and then he loops back into what he always says, just stay focused and keep looking and keep watching out and keeping your head on the swivel. It's like, Lamont, just don't answer the phone. You don't have nothing to say. You don't really have nothing, to add or, and nobody wants to listen to Nesto. He can't even say his dumb feel sorry for me talk. Nobody wants to hear it. They won't even let him get his own complaints out. I'm like, what kind of friends are these? And the only person that would listen to him was Shirley, but he didn't appreciate her. He didn't appreciate her at all. And then I think with Dre, he's so busy trying to play up to Dre like everything is kind of, all right. He's still kind of in control of things. He can't really complain to Dre like that because he's too busy putting on for Dre. Let's see. Lamont trying to use projection, attempting to project one thing onto another thing, but there's no correlation between the two. I didn't think so. I had listened to it and I was like, where? I mean, did he forget part of the story? He done said his what was it? His grandma. My grandma said that you can't compare yourself to them folks, and it's like, what does that have to do with anything? What does one thing have to do to another or with another? Told his attorney he is chronically slow. Wow, good question. I wonder why Nasty had Shirley's storage in Dominique's name. Oh, I know that we will never hear from Shirley. Shirley would probably have to die and come back before she would, break this story down to us from her perspective. But we do know from a call that she's well aware of Dominique and whatever she said in that call that just let us know. I can't remember. It was something about, it wasn't a storage. It was something that paying the car insurance for Dominique. Or Dominique was still on the car insurance or something like that. And it was like, wow, okay, so Dominique did have like a role in their life like that. But then again, we know that he had that security company with those cars and stuff. So it could be something very simple as to why Shirley was comfortable with Dominique being a part of things or having a hand in on some things, because maybe she was the manager of the security company and she was on cars and stuff like that for a legitimate reason. And, I think that's the best like people that do a lot of shifty things, they like to mix the legitimate in with the illegitimate, and so that the lines get blurred enough to where people don't suspect things. So like when I was a lot younger, I used to know a young lady that would go into the stores and take things, right? So she would buy the thing, and this was like so long ago, the technology being what it is now, you can't get away with this type of thing. But from my understanding, she would buy the thing and then she would take the thing. And I don't know if she would do it at the same time or at different times, but one of the things that she would do would definitely be to shop while she was taking. And then another, she bought a decent amount of things as well as took a decent amount of things, but she would get the same thing, buy same thing that she took, and then she would somehow end up returning both things and playing with these receipts and all this stuff. And it was just like, it was so convoluted to me. I would be like, oh my God. But I just remember that about her. She would always, like look the part and dress the part and go into these really, the best of department stores and stuff like that. And her thing was making herself look a certain way and actually making purchases and taking and then blurring it all together so that the people had a hard time, picking her out as somebody who would actually do that. So this reminds me of, I'm just saying now, I'm gonna hook it back together, unlike Lamont. This reminds me of Nesto, because Nesto, he would make a legitimate or something that seemed to be a legitimate reason for these people being around, being a part of businesses and a part of our life. But while they're there, he's also having them do these other underhanded, dirty, sneaky, very much not legitimate type things. And we just blur them all together. And then at the end of the day, when everything comes out, Shirley, you just look like you was in it and you was a part of it and you was just going along with it. And that could be, we don't really know. But it could not be, being that if you have the not smart mind, but if you have this sort of a mastermind of how to manipulate people, then yeah, that's the type of stuff you do. You make something that looks legitimate just so you can, mix it with the illegitimate, and that's how that go. Um, let's see. Your grandma gave you bad advice. Maybe they're trying to persuade the, what is this word? I said what I said with these calls. Oh, the prosecution. The prosecution. Okay. Oh man, Nesto circle had my head confused. Yes, the whole circle. That's the point. Shirley and Dre was the only sane people here. Oh man. And then Dre, he always sets us up for the letdown, because the other day, in a call I was listening to, who played that call? I can't remember, but he was saying, yeah, I like to make them think I'm lame. And then, I got that game for him, but I like to make them think I'm lame. So Dre, at the end of the day, Dre trashy. Dre trashy. He can put on better. He is more intelligent, and he can put on better than Nesto. But and I think Dre don't want to go back to jail, so he keeps his trashy to a minimum. But Dre trashy. Let's see. Shirley liked to be catered to. Nasty played a fake role of catering to her, but not putting the storage in her name is crazy. It is so crazy. What storage costs $400? Well, she had a whole household full of stuff. And remember that from Fran telling us that, or I want to say, I'm almost positive I found out from the information that Fran reads and stuff like that, that Nesto was actually trying to get one of those women that is in a part of the RICO. He was actually trying to get one of those women to keep some of the appliances. So he was probably trying to minimize that story. Oh, 4,000. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is crazy. But yeah, he was trying to get that storage, or not have to store some of the stuff in the storage by getting somebody to take some of the stuff into their home or garage or something like that. I want to say the person did not allow him to bring the appliances to their house. But yeah, I didn't hear the $4,000 storage part. I didn't hear that. That's something else. I could see Dominique or Erica creating fake invoices for 4,000. Ooh, a lady. Wow. Yeah, definitely Erica. Dominique. Now elements like Dominique is the reason why I really want to see this go to trial, so we can understand some things. And that would be the reason why Nesto really wouldn't want this to go to trial, because I think the very last thing that he ever wanted was for people to find out that he was double and triple married, right? But all these little details like this, for this stuff to come out, to see exactly how low down and dirty he was playing, I think the only way he'll go to trial is that they make him, and they might. They might be just that shady to where they be like, we're not offering him nothing. We fixing to see this play out for ourselves. We fixing to prepare these arguments and see them all play out. Shirley had no idea what this ninja was running around. On one leg doing.
Whatever you left is still there. And when you get back, it's going to still be there. They're going to still be doing the same motherfucking thing. Absolutely nothing.
Mm.
So don't let that bother you. Just don't let it bother you. Stay focused on the shit. I'm on your team. I'm on your side. I've been riding this shit down. I've been entertaining, trying to keep everybody fucking goddamn.
Yeah, they told me they had a good time, man. They told me they had I pretty tell you, I sure appreciate that, man.
Man, I'm just trying to make sure everybody stay focused. Yeah. She had a good time. Everybody had a good time. I had a good time. Now, Big Red ain't on your side now, so don't fall for that shit.
Which one is that? Old school?
Yeah, old school. Nah, Big Red ain't. Big Red trying to get your folks to turn against you, bro. But I got down as fast as she hit, I hit back. Yeah, you got to watch Big Red. But I already knew you had to watch Big Red. When Big Red was in Tennessee, and when I seen Big Red at the birthday party, I knew you couldn't trust Big Red. You remember at the birthday party?
Sure right.
When I told you at the birthday party, I said Big Red on some other shit. But I was with another bitch, so I ain't paying no attention. Big Red can't be trusted. And Big Red be trying to put Big Red from Chicago, right?
Right, that's right.
Yeah. You know I know. Yeah, for sure. Big Red can't be trusted, bro. That bitch be trying to, on the slide, be trying to make people think shit that ain't there and try to. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Because I guess she want to get her stuff out of storage. So she got clothes, she got other stuff, whatever it is.
Right.
She ain't got no clothes. She got all the clothes and stuff like that. So she trying to buy clothes to keep up with everybody else, but she ain't got it.
Right.
And all the clothes is in storage, so it's fucking up because they saying shit like, oh, she wearing the same stuff. So she constantly trying to spend all the money to buy new shit, but a lot of that shit ain't even out because the season just started. So it ain't nothing you can get out the store. It's nothing there.
Okay, that's right.
So she trying to get the stuff out of the stores. I wasn't going up to no stores because I ain't quite know what the situation was with the storage situation.
That's right.
So ain't nobody finna trick me up to nowhere. I'm from the streets. I'm not finna be tricked up to no storage or nothing. So if the man ain't saying nothing about the storage, then goddamn, I don't know nothing about no storage. But she kept saying she need to get her stuff out of storage. So, you know, I don't know what that is, but
so so first when I listened to this, I was thinking that Debbie had been, and it's just like a side point. He just working his way up to the point. But I was thinking that Debbie had been, at their house at some other point and left her a good bit of her wardrobe there. And like Debbie needs her clothes because she's the one that's trying to make sure that she looks a certain way and she doesn't have her clothes. But then as the call went on, I'm like, okay, no, he's more so talking about, he could be talking about Debbie or Shirley, but the point is he's working his way up to trying to see what's going on with this storage, because at the end of the day, he is trying to help with it if he can, but he knows it's something shady because why, what's going on? Like, why wouldn't Shirley be able to just have access to it? So let me, tiptoe around and see if I can figure out, if I can help you with it, I will. If I can't, I'm not. So then he starts, throwing in all this stuff. I don't know. So I'm just saying, I don't know why he can't just ask Nesto, hey, can we get to the storage or not? And then, but they, nobody ever says what they mean. So there you go. Why would the storage be a trick, Lamont? Because that your, friend is always up to something no good. He know that. This ninja talk about women like they don't have women in their lives. Well, I'm pretty sure it's the same on Lamont's side. They don't really care about these people. They care about what they can utilize the women for, but they don't really care about these women. But yeah, he's trying to. He seems like he's actually trying to see if there's any way or anything that he can do to help Shirley get into the storage. So that girl said Lamont meaning of staying focused is making sure no one tells Shirley Nesto is trash. He calls women the beast so freely and saying Shirley trying to spend all the money. Lamont, it's her money. Yeah. But when people like this, they just get you for usury. And they both understand that, Nesto and Lamont, they both understand what time it is. And even Dre, to a large extent, they all understand that we have these people for usury. Like we are just, these people are just people that we're using for this or that or the other. This one over here, her use is this. This one over there, her use is that. This one over here. And that's why nobody's empathetic. When stuff starts breaking down for the person, nobody is really empathetic. Nobody really sees it from that other person's perspective. I am always thinking about Shirley's age. And I don't know, I was raised by a lot of elders and I can't help it. I just, I can't, she looks good. She's, in a good place as far as her career. Her money is shifty and shady and whatever, but she's making the money. She's made some mistakes with money and, but she's not destitute, and so she's okay on the one hand, but she just turned 70. And when all this broke out, she was what, 60? This is like 3 years, 2.5 years. So she was 67, 68 when everything started happening. Now she's 70. But nobody ever, these characters, they never take it into consideration her age, but it's taken into consideration this is why I picked you, because I know that you're not going to be as quick and as on top of me and as on top of the situations as somebody who would probably be 38. I know that you're not going to be on that level with me. You on a whole nother level. It's a whole other type of energy for a 70-year-old lady that's still working full time. Shirley is working full time. You got this job that, whatever the hours change. If Steve Harvey needs you to work all night long, you work all night long. If he says, okay, I'm back in Atlanta now, we're going to work in the daytime, you got to shift your whole body clock and you got to start working in the day now. She's she's working like she is 38, but she's 70. And these people that she's dealing with, they never take it into consideration. They never care because we know you 70. That's why he picked you for these particular uses. And so they're just, it's bad. It's real bad. Let's see. Dre is trash also. He dragged Shirley too. Yep, he sure did. And, all of that stuff about him knowing all the stuff that goes on in the truck and in the Walmart parking lot and with the boots and all that. And then you still think Shirley owes him something? Boy, please.
You just let me know what the move is, what you want me to do. But you know how to find Dominique.
Now, let me see.
Because I guess it's in her name, and she paying it, but it got to be renewed in a minute. But the only person can do it is her.
Right.
And if they don't renew it, but she had to come in and renew it, they're gonna take all the stuff.
Right. That's right.
If there's anything in there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Might not be nothing in there.
Right. That's true. I don't know.
Yeah, because if you ain't able to get it, the number I had on D, I call it a couple times. I know it's the right number because she didn't respond, but she heard the message.
This is one of the most asinine conversations. I know it's the right number because she didn't respond. Why she didn't respond? Because she's on some type of witness list or something like that too, right? So she's really not supposed to be. I don't know. I might be speaking out of turn here, but I feel like Dominique is part of some witness thing. I don't know if she's one of the people that he's not supposed to contact though, but maybe she just knows she needs to stay out of the way or whatever. So he knows that he had the right number because she didn't respond. What type of sense does that make? So if she's not going to respond to you, how are you going to get in the storage? So I guess that's why he's asking Nesto. And then we heard over on Real Talk Bougie the other day that just in December, Nesto talked to Dre, who had been talking to Dominique. So today on January 12th, this is just 1 month later, when he's saying, do you know how to get in touch with Dominique? Of course I know how to get in touch with Dominique. All I would have to do is say, hey, click over and call Dre right now. And I'll say hello, 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 while you click over and call Dre. And then we could probably put Dominique on the three-way. If he was really trying to help Shirley get into that storage, it would be nothing. Just like he wants people to help him do this, that, and the other, call this person, call that person. If he had any type of sense of urgency for Shirley, then he could have made that happen in a matter of moments. At least the connection. They may not have been able to get everything going and flowing right then, but at least he could have made the connections, right? But he doesn't want Shirley in that storage, and we don't know why. But that's what's obvious to me right now. He does not want Shirley to get into that storage, have the storage. I don't know if he sold half the stuff. I don't know what it is, but there's some reason why he's content with Shirley losing that storage unit. So, I'm just imagining here, but if he was trying to find a place for appliances, then that would mean he's got a whole house full of things that were supposed to be in the storage. So, I don't know. Who knows? I know Shirley has paid the storage for sure because she's said it on phone calls. She paid the storage. But as far as getting in the storage, now we're finding out she can't even get into it because it's in Dominique's name, and Dominique is the only person who has access unless somebody else would have a key. So now we're also finding out why that one time Lamont was saying, hey, if you want me to, I'll just send some people over there in the night, So this is like an impossible situation. Nesto could easily connect these dots, but he's been deceptive somewhere. He lied about something. Everything is not in it like it's supposed to be, or it might be some other stuff in there that he don't want nobody to know about. Like, this is really something to think about, this whole storage unit thing. But whatever it is, he's so like messed up about it. He's content with this woman losing everything. It's no telling how much of her, family memorabilia, whatever it is. She might have, I think Shirley is like some type of art buff, right? She might have all type of expensive art and stuff that's here or supposed to be here, but he's content with not letting her into this storage unit at all because of whatever it is that is in there or is not in there. Let's see, Nesto should be saying our stuff better be in there. Should be. A regular man, a regular husband Yeah, he's definitely playing this like it's a problem with it. And not Dre, but Lamont knows it's a problem with it because of the way he's approaching it, trying to, tiptoe around it and check and see. Lamont knows it's something, that's not right about it. But he's trying to feel it out, trying to see if he can come in and save the day, I guess, for Shirley and this woman that he says that he hates, Debbie. Let's see, I thought it was two Dominiques. It is two Dominiques. And somebody had mentioned that in the comments. I think that could have been the other prayer partner, Dominique, right? The prayer partner lady is Dominique. But the way that they talked about that particular Dominique that day, I would lean more toward it being this Dominique that worked with them, that Shirley knew. And what all of her role was, who knows? But I thought about it and I thought, no, I don't think it's that other lady, because that other lady was just more of like, it felt like she was somebody that he knew from a long time ago, kind of like a associate or like an acquaintance, somebody you had been friendly with, but they hadn't been like that close in. And it felt to me like this was the Dominique that was this person that had been kind of this person that had worked with him, and Shirley knew her. And so it could have not been, but it seemed like that was the Dominique they were talking about. I think I do remember there being two Dominiques. Okay, so you don't think that she knows the Shirley assistant one. But did Shirley ever have an assistant, Dominique? Or did we hear that from Shirley? Or did we who said that was I wish I could remember who said that, because it seems to me like the only time I heard Shirley refer to the Dominique was when she was talking about her being on the car insurance. And they went back and forth about that a little bit. And then that's the only time I remember Shirley talking about Dominique. So it seems to me like that might not, because if this is my assistant, then I know how to get in contact with them, or I know about more about them and how to reach out to them and things like that than my husband. And it always seemed like it was more of like the person that Nesto knew. And we only heard Shirley refer to her in that one time. If y'all know of another time, let me know. But the only time I heard Shirley refer to Dominique was saying the car insurance, she's still on the car insurance, XYZ. And if that's my assistant, then okay, I'm going to take them off the car insurance. They don't work for me anymore. So, what is she referring to Nesto for? So it did seem like somebody that was more so lean into that he brought around than somebody that was for her. But someone else said that she was Shirley's assistant, and I don't remember who that was. What bothered me was Sadie and Sonya trying to age shame Shirley. Oh, yeah. Ugh. She's so... Let's see. Nesto had his whole team using her. On one call, he told Sadie he was going to include her in on SS Money in so many ways. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, he was telling Sonya he was going to make sure he did something for her. Something almost like paying her or something like that, making sure she was taken care of. Sold her stuff. I could see that. Y'all know what I think. I mean, probably some of y'all know what I think. As much as he didn't have anything on him that was sniffed out by, or they didn't put anything in the police report about any type of substance or anything like that. But I, I feel like it's just what I think is my opinion. I grew up in the 80s. I've seen this thing shake out so many different ways. The 70s and the 80s is when I grew up. And I think that he was on that stuff. I just do. I just do. That's just my opinion. It don't have to be true, but it seems like it to me. It seems like he could have been very closeted with it. Somebody said the other day about it was the Dominique and Dre conversation. Dominique and Dre were talking about. He said, "Yeah, Dominique said you need to get back to your old self." Why does like a regular, um, just a regular person that's sober, that's not on anything, that's just a businessman, right? Just a regular old Joe. How did he leave himself and he needs to get back to himself? You know what I mean? Like people just don't really deviate that much from how they are unless they, get on something. So I just feel like that was something that he probably could have been doing that would explain a lot of things, being away, being in truck stops, being having to, have this excuse of being in this RV and all this stuff. And you always like, yeah, you can be out there doing your thing or whatever, but it's just some levels of it that it just is a regular old person. You want your creature comforts, you want your TV, you want your snacks that you have in your own refrigerator. You want to sit in your lounging chair. You might go out and do something somebody you ain't got no business doing or whatever. But basically you want to come back in. You want things to be like some type of certain way. Nesto is always talking about he gotta live, eat, breathe, and do his business and all this stuff in my business. It's gotta be gritty. It's just gotta be a part of me and all this stuff. No, you just gotta be, have shop set up somewhere. That's you gotta have a reason and excuse not to be at home. And that's just, call it just the things that I've seen in my lifetime. I don't know. Because nobody ever caught him with anything. And I wouldn't be saying it if it just didn't seem like it to me. Just a lot of things to me. And if he was doing things like that, then the way he is, not wanting to own up to anything, he would definitely not let anybody that he didn't want to know see him in a certain light. But at the same time, things show on you. And so that would be a good reason for this woman that has known him, Dominique, in, at different times to be saying something like, I told him he need to get back to his old self. Well, where did he go? Where did he go, man? Where did his old self go? And who is the new self? And what was the new self doing that the old self didn't used to do, and that he need to come back to the old one? So anyway, let's see. I can't wait for trial. I'm sure it might be a part of the state evidence. And then I'm mad that Shirley wasn't assertive with Ernie. Maybe that's the type of marriage they had. I would have told my husband to give me a key to that storage and would have one as well. Oh yeah, because it's your things. I might need to go in there and get anything. I'm gonna pack it a certain kind of way so that I can run in there, and it might be a certain kind of clothes I want to get. You don't know how long you're gonna be here, so you might need to go in there and get some of your things once it starts to get cold, or some of your other things once it starts to get hot. Yeah, absolutely. That's I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to say for now that with her having her job, demanding, she's on this schedule. At that time, I don't know what it is now, but at that time, I want to say she was going to sleep at nighttime. And no, she was going to work at nighttime. And then she was having to come and go ahead and get her rest during the daytime. Um, I don't really know how many days of the week she was working and all that, but she was out of a car. She was sitting there talking to him on the phone, talking about she didn't know what she was going to eat. She wanted to get back to eating her regular type of food she was eating. I mean, she just gave very displaced. It was just given. I mean, who can't just go to the grocery store and get the type of food that they eat and section off a little section in the refrigerator and in the pantry, and so that you can have your kind of food? But just the way that she was acting about it, oh, I don't know what I'm going to eat today. Oh, I haven't been eating good because I'm just really need to just get to my own thing. And so I can eat the type of, like, who can't just go get some apples? Shirley, go to the store, get you a bunch of bananas and some apples, get you some granola bars. I don't know. I mean, but it was like she was just very, helpless ish. I don't know. Thank you so much for the super chat. I can't see it. Let me see. Let me click on it. Hey, Paulette Williams, thank you so much for stopping in. And thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that. And I don't see a message with it, so thank you so much. But yeah, like it's just really I don't know. I guess it was just a weird time in her life, but it was really like she just couldn't get it together. And if anything, Nesto is right there to take full advantage of that, with her not being able to get some assertiveness about herself and say, okay, I'm going over here, but if I'm going over here, I have to have this and that and the other. I need to be able to get into this storage. Like, it was just like nothing that she was telling him. These are certain things that I just have to have. I'm already going to have to move. We already have to go to this hotel. From the hotel, I have to go to this friend's house. Like, I need you to get this for me so that I can have this, at least this, a certain kind of way. But it was, I don't know. It didn't seem like she ever asserted herself like that. And so if that was just the way she was, then of course he's just going to take full advantage. Let's see. Dominique lived with Nesto and Shirley. She worked for Nesto mostly, but handled some stuff for Shirley, like her storage. Okay. And that would make the most sense, because it to in my mind, from everything that I've heard, it just seemed like it was more of a leaning toward Nesto. I want to say, even like at the very first beginning of all of this, I was listening to Pam read documents, and Dominique was a person that had done a lot of setting up of some things. I really feel like Dominique had set up at least one of those leases in some type of a name of some entertainment type of a company or something. But I would have to go back to Pam's. I would have to go back and either pull that stuff for myself, which I don't have, or go back to Pam's channel and go through her inventory there and see. But yeah, I'm going back in memory from a lot of things, and it seems like I remember Dominique's name from way back, setting up things, and Shirley being not aware of it. Or if Shirley was aware of it, then she would have had to be in on these fake companies that were set up and stuff like that, because this was like some entity that the lease was done in, and or that the whoever the landlord was they were dealing with some entity that didn't really exist. And I want to say they had been talking with Dominique. And I don't know if Erica was doubling as Dominique. It's just, it gets so convoluted. So let's see. Nesto called her his daughter. It is so messy. It is so, and that's why we really need for him to go to trial. I just don't think he will. I don't think he will. I don't think he's gonna do it. I would love it. We all would. I feel like we deserve it. We deserve for him to go to trial. Let's see. Locks come with 2 keys. I would have made my hubby put the storage in both names. Seems like Shirley gave Ernie her power. Just handed over too much stuff. And I would just say, like, if, I don't know, some things, if you don't have the wherewithal to do, like, you just, I don't know, you shouldn't do it. You just should not do it. Like, it's just too much handed over to him. And I don't know, probably should have been a separation a long time ago when she realized, because at some other point she had to have realized, like, I don't have any type of control over him. He's just out here running amok. He's doing what the hell he wants to do. I'm having to work at night. I'm having to travel. I'm having to, just do the best I can to keep up. And she does a great job, but she has to do all this stuff to maintain her image, to keep her job. She's just doing all these things that are necessary for her to keep going and keep working, and he's just out here just running amok. So it just really seems like she maybe could have thought, I ain't gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna have to let you go, sir, because I don't know what you're doing, and I don't have the time and the energy and the wherewithal to try to figure it all out. She's supposed to be the SA victim's sister, I thought. That is what Nesto told Sonya. I don't know. That might be documented. I feel like this something Nesto told Sonya, but we don't know if that's like the truth. If Nesto stole motorcycles, he surely would sell pianos and Shirley's things. I hope some way Shirley got some of her things before they sold the unit. Hopefully she got a chance to redeem it. I hope so too. It seems to me like if you're being frauded, and I don't know if she could have found this out in time, because all these things have happened over, what was it, like June 2022, and it's still going. So I don't know if she had enough time to figure that she needed somebody to help her to, maybe an attorney to go and represent her because she was frauded. So I don't know. Wasn't there Dominique living in California? The one that they were talking about the other day, I think she was in California with some new husband. It's giving dope fiend. It's giving. It's giving. And it's giving the one that is functional enough to keep hiding it. And but this is a part of to me, if that's what was happening, then this would be a part of the downfall. And then the way that he talks about other people that are on drugs and stuff, people that do drugs, they're not above acting like they don't and talking about other people that are on it and stuff like that. That's why he on the side, he can connect that coke. Oh man. Okay, I see the super sticker now. Oh gosh. I'm behind on the comments. Nesto's federal case did involve snitching on a drug case, I think. Ooh, okay. Nesto played on Shirley because of her age. I made the horrible mistake to help a cheating boyfriend years ago get a truck in my name. They come with 2 keys. When I bounced, so did my truck. I heard that. I heard that. Let's see. Remember Dion and Ernie? Old girl called old girl. Oh, that old girl conversation in California. I told her and told her everything. So why do we think? Who do we think old girl is? You know what? At that time, I thought I thought at least one of those old girls was his daughter. Um, yeah, I thought that one old girl was Shirley's daughter, and the other one was his daughter. So one of them could have been Dominique though, because it was just that talk that we weren't privy to the backstory. But at the time, I was thinking that Shirley's daughter, because that was at a time too when it was a lot going on surrounding Shirley's daughter, and she was not wanting her to go talk to the police, and then she went and talked to the police anyway. And then Shirley was mad. I have a cousin with a name close to Shirley, so I keep trying to say my cousin's name, but yeah, it was so much going on with Shirley's daughter. And then when she went and talked to the police, and then Shirley was mad about it, but I think she didn't really give her daughter an opportunity. It was like Shirley was at that time like acting like a little kid with the fingers in the ears going la 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 la. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. So she was really just trying not to hear anything. I don't know when she pulled those fingers out and started actually like listening to people and what they had to say, but it seemed to me like maybe his daughter, the one that eventually went and gave some sort of a outcry statement, might have been urged on by Shirley's daughter, talking about like, oh, okay, this is all of what's going on, this, that, and the third, and then that might have made her feel comfortable to come forward and give her outcry statement. So that's just what I thought. And because we didn't have a whole lot of context clues or other people to look at that time, then but yeah, it could definitely be Dominique. And then I hate that they won't differentiate between these Dominiques when they're talking about them. Y'all slip up and give us more information. Let's see. Shirley acts like she couldn't handle the simplest everyday task. That was bothersome. It really it really was, but Shirley. Mm, mm, mm. She put a lot of everything into this dude. Thank you so much, Sunshine. Yes, don't forget to like the video. And if you're here and you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Please subscribe and like. Let's see. Was the younger Dominique impersonating the older Callie Dominique? This ish making my head hurt. It's crazy. Let's see. Okay, it's so short, but we're gonna go ahead and play it. Okay.
So I don't know what the fuck going on with her, but she didn't respond to respond back. But I just needed to see if it was any way I could help, or if there's any way you wanted me to help with that situation. Cause she got to get clothes, she got to get the stuff, and then if Dominique don't show up, they're gonna sell the shit anyway. They're gonna
I got it.
You got to renew it if you don't renew it. So I don't know whatever you want to do, bro. But
well,
just
you know
let
what?
me know
She just had to go. I don't have no key because they took all my shit from me when they locked me up. So if she want to go there and they let her put the thing in her name, let her do it.
They ain't gonna let her put it in her name. They ain't gonna let her do nothing because it ain't in her name. You got to have Dominique. Either Dominique can save it or Dominique can let it go. If Dominique let it go, everything up there is gone. But who's to say Dominique got a key to get in?
Yeah, they do, but they ain't gonna steal nothing like that. Their character ain't like that. You know that.
Big Baby was talking about the piano missing, and she probably got it.
Man, that motherfucker don't know what the fuck they talking about. Where they gonna put that shit at, bro?
I ain't even listen to that shit. I said, man, I don't know nothing about no motherfucker piano.
Them folks don't care nothing about that. You know that part. They don't care nothing about none of that. What they gonna put? Man, them folks don't care nothing about that shit, man. They don't.
Nah, I was gonna say that don't sound like her personality.
And that's up here missing the whole point on purpose.
If you want to, if you still got the joint, sell it, get some more bread off of it.
But it's sitting up in that storage. That's the thing.
And I got some folks that's ready to go right now and to grab it.
Okay, but the part is it's still sitting in there. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't have no information how to get to them.
Lies.
You know I don't have nothing.
Come on, Nesto.
So I don't. To me,
unless we got the wrong
when
Dominic,
I just heard a few minutes ago, bro, I was trying to wait to see what time my bond we posted, but that nigga didn't even do that, man. He clowning too. It's just a bunch of lies going on.
He ain't posted a bond?
Hell no. Talking about, oh man, I did the thing and I'm supposed to do it. He started at 9 o'clock. He's talking about, oh, they shutting it down because it was raining bad outside out there. Man, come on, man. Ain't nobody shit.
Well, it is a tornado out there. It's a tornado out there.
Yeah, but that
ain't got nothing to do with that.
No, because you could do that shit online, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what it's supposed to be. It's just so much lying going on, man. I just told goddamn old handy girl a few minutes ago, man, I'm just burnt out, man. I cannot call. Huh?
If you is, you'll get it back together. You're going to grab your energy back. Just take a deep breath. It be like that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just about ready to say, fuck it all, man, the way I feel. I'm be honest with you, that was the last straw right there for me.
Nah, you ain't going to say fuck it all. Nah, nigga, you going to goddamn keep fighting, bro.
Yeah,
how you ain't gonna say fucking when you got other people fighting for you, man. Come on, get that pulling shit together. Whatever you need, I'm gonna help you. Whatever you need, I'm gonna help you. You know what I'm saying?
So just kept,
I understand people lying on you and
that right there, bro, is a motherfucker
taking himself
right there,
out.
Come on,
I know it is. I know it. But hey, it is what it is. We deal with it. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. Just deal with shit. Keep it moving. Keep it moving, bro. Keep your head up. Keep it on the swivel. I call the lawyer. He don't. Every time I call him, he don't turn my call. So I don't know what that's about. I done called him 3-4 times, left messages. He don't want to hear that shit. So I don't know. It sounds like to me everybody just out to try to get money. They play.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And that's why I got mad yesterday. And I had Dion on the phone. He's like, man, she a intelligent woman. She know what's going on. No, that ain't what the fuck going on. I know motherfuckers using it. They starving out there, bro. They starving. They fucking
Who is
starving.
an intelligent woman? Who is he talking about?
They talking about the wife. I said, man,
man, fuck that, man. Them folks listen to what somebody else saying, man.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Whatever somebody else say, they roll with the shit.
Yeah, but I already took care of that. I already know. You good on that. You good on that. But they got them knocking.
Called her an old slave.
They knocking, boy. They knocking, goddamn it. They trying to, you know what I'm saying? That's why she went in today. I have my own money, my own G-Wagon, my own stuff. The people tell me I made a mistake, and man, I don't want to hear that shit.
Oh, she said that today?
Yeah, she said the people people trying to tell her, people trying to say certain things.
I know.
She feel like people laughing behind her back, and I said, well, shit. They laughing behind everybody back. Yeah. What difference does it make? Shit, laughter ain't never hurt nobody. Hell, let them laugh.
Yeah.
But we just cut different, man. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. I don't give a fuck about that. But everybody ain't
don't
like
care
that.
nothing about her.
They ain't strong like that. Motherfucker get up under and tell them anything. I just told a bitch a few minutes ago, hey, listen, my baby mama ain't never been to my house. Her child stay there. She don't even know where I live. I done trained him and told him, don't you tell nobody where the fuck I live at or you gonna get put out. He don't even tell his own mama. Where you live at? I don't know. His mama said, where you living? With him? Where y'all live? I can't tell you. Mama, I just can't tell you. I'm be honest with you. I just can't tell you.
Lying.
That's right.
And she ain't never been there. She can't tell you what it look like
order, I'm sure that lady knows where her child is.
What the fuck is she coming there for? Go be with the nigga you was gonna be with that you chose to be with over there. Bitch, live that life over there. Stay the fuck over there and stay the fuck out my business.
Trying to just entertain.
And if he got there act like he can't got there, stay the fuck out of here, he gonna get put out too. He don't want to get put out. That I ain't gonna do nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna do nothing wrong. Exactly.
True. You know what funny though, man? They said all that shit on to help them folks get down with, man, and put them a good ass spot and all that good spot. You know, man, this shit crazy, man. It's like whatever I did good ain't worth a damn.
Because it was none of your sacrifice. You didn't do anything.
Don't never think what you
but
did
now somebody else can do it.
You done a lot of great things, and a lot of great rewards gonna come to you. But for whatever reason, shit happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So you don't know what the reason is. And it ain't up to you to figure it out. It's just up to you to figure out how to get out of whatever the reason is. That's what it is. It just gives you some time to think, bro. I just told you, just give more time to think. Because all that shit gonna goddamn fade the fuck away.
Do some whole comedy stuff.
You'll see. Stay prayed up, stay focused, and keep it moving.
Stay focused.
That's all you got to do, man. Fuck them folks, man.
Keep breathing.
That's how I look
keep
at
your
it.
head up. It's all happening.
You talk to her today?
Every day. At this point, I'm talking to everybody every goddamn day, 2 or 3 times a day. Because they need to know what the fuck going on. This shit got my damn life upside down. Shit's off balance.
Yeah, it's off balance.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I you know, they trying to do this, man, any type of way. Y'all coming up with lies and all this other shit every other week. Man, fuck you.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Oh my God. What a foolish conversation. Yeah. But yeah, you see how he did that? He just filled the time up. He just used some filler talk. Only good thing I could say about Lamont in this conversation is that when you really like push all the mud and manure out the way, he did try to help Shirley get into her storage unit. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. He went the long way. He went over the mountain and through the woods. And he certainly went through the mud, but he did. If you just really, like, you got to really look at it. He tried to see if he could help her get into her storage. And you know, he saw he couldn't. Always with the ABC 1, 2, 3 pimp talk. Oh man, Nesto, you did put Shirley in 5 spots that she was evicted from. Thank you. As Nesto would say, thank you. Like, dude. How can you even take credit for putting her up, putting her down? Her ring got taken back away. Her G-Wagon got taken back away. The stuff that she had when she first met you, some kind of way went up in smoke. Like, I don't believe she ever told us how those things ended up out of her possession. She used to have a house, but she did tell us, I had a house when I met you. I don't have it anymore. I had whatever her nice car. I think she said she had her own G-Wagon. She don't have it anymore. Some kind of way this man has took all of her stuff away from her. It's like he took her real pearls and gave her fake pearls. And she believed in the fake pearls. And then he even got her fake pearls taken away from her. Like, Shirley is blessed to have gotten away with her life. That's what I think. She's blessed to have gotten away with her life because he took everything that she had, even the stuff that didn't even the counterfeit. He even got the counterfeit taken away. One leg off said it wasn't her G-Wagon. Nesto gave it to her. I thought that she tell us that she had her own G-Wagon when they first met, and we know she had her own house that she owned, I think in California. And then thank you, Cupcake. I'm going to read that in a second. But so yeah, she definitely got the G-Wagon taken that he gave her. I just thought she had that or something like that of her own when they met. No, Lamont said he had someone to get that piano to sell. He was not helping Shirley. He wanted to sell things. Ooh, just low down and dirty. This call tells us that Shirley should have been more responsible for herself. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Cupcake, for the super chat. Wow. Just when you think he might have been trying to help. Oh, God. Yep. And he caused her, or through some sort of turn of events while she was with him, she lost everything. Oh, she had a Benz. Okay. But she liked the G-Wagon. Okay, I see what you're saying. She liked the G-Wagon. She wanted one. And she even wanted to get another one after they took the one that he gave to her. But she couldn't afford it because they're like, what, $150,000? She did have a G-Wagon. It was it was in her bankruptcy filing? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah. I think I'm going to retitle this video Nasty Work. This right here is a bunch of nasty work. Like nobody means anything about what they're saying, is lying, is hiding things, is sneaking and trying to figure out a way to get something so that you can get your hands on it, and probably so you can lie about it and hide it. It's terrible. This is really terrible. I hope that and pray that she has done whatever it is that she needs to do to make sure that she doesn't wind up in the company of other people that are similar to anything like this, because this is just terrible. This is Cotton Candy's bad boy and his criminal organization. Yep. Yeah, this is why he's got RICO activity. Robbing your own wife is atrocious. Yeah, it absolutely is, but it makes sense if you got the wife just so that you could. I never thought, ever since I learned about this, that he had any like real intentions. I don't know, because once we learned about it, everything was already like in motion, and I didn't know. I knew that she had gotten married. I didn't know anything about who this person was that she married, though, until everything started coming out. But it just made sense to me that if he's a scammer type, then she's just such a good, she's such a good cover, because she's got a good name. She's public, but not too public. She's somebody that you can point to, but nobody really knows everything about her and all that. But you can say, look over there. What is that? A red herring or something like that? When you say, look over there, and then you grab this over here. It just seemed like he just figured out all the things that she was useful for, and if she didn't have necessarily have all of the money, then he could just use her to, point to her so he could get other people to trust him, which, we've seen it and heard it with other people that have come out and talked about how he did absolutely point to her and, say, yeah, this is my wife and this is what I'm doing and we're doing this and this is, how we operate. And he used her as a cover, and so that he could do all this sneaky stuff under the bottom, allegedly. So, and then in the meantime, it was like he got what he could, but since he was married to her, and since he knew Steve Harvey was some type of part of her life, he even had to finesse that situation. But he did it. He did it good enough to where he was able to make sure he got out of her whatever he could get out of her, and then replace it with the fake and the things that he got from other people. Everybody is running a play. Shirley had a G-Wagon when they met. Okay. I thought I had heard that before. I wasn't I'm taking mental notes, not like I don't have physical documentation, but my mental note said I thought she had a G-Wagon before. And I knew she liked him because she wanted one when she went back in to get something this time, and she was so hurt that she had to only get a Range Rover. Or a Land Rover or whatever it was that she ended up getting. But yeah, I thought that. Whose fault was it that she lost everything, in the words of Cat Williams? Everything. Yeah. Well, it was hers. It was hers because I just think, okay. I got a little time monitor behind me that wants to go and to the gym and this, that, and the other. So I do have to get off of here, but not before I finish this real quick. So yeah, because like ladies, all of us, we, if I was single and I wanted to meet somebody, and I think this day and age, like, you got to do some background checking. And especially, if you didn't just get out of college and things like that, like, you kind of know where this person has been. They've been in high school, they've been in college. Okay, you can lightweight meet his family and friends, and you can pretty much know that, that's where they've been. They haven't spent any time away. They never did get locked up for a couple, 2 or 3 years, and they're kind of behind on things, because you can see where this person has been. You can kind of track them. You might not have to do a background check or whatever at that point, but once you get like a little bit higher in ages, and somebody could have been away for 5 years, you're 35 or 42 or 56 or whatever, and there's potentially major chunks of time when this person could have been away and came back. I think we need to do, make it kind of like routine to find out, where have you been, sir and ma'am? What have you been doing with your life up until this point? And Shirley said she knew, but she thought he was finished with all that. So then you got to say, okay, well, you knew, like, did you know? Did you really know did you know the full extent of all these things that he had, because Will Wooten said every about 4 years he kept getting into something. So did you really know, or did you just let him tell you something and then you just went with it? And see, to me, that's irresponsible, because you are a public figure. You have a platform to where, you have your daughter, you got your child, you got you owe it to yourself to really try to see where somebody is coming from if you're going to share your life with them. So yeah, that was on her. She's too grown to put it off on anybody else. It was the thief fault. Shirley lost everything. She was a victim also. Yeah, she was a victim too, but if she had, I'm going to say, just drop everything else. Like, you don't even care about yourself. But as a public figure, you got to know that it's a lot of people that might come for you because of your paycheck. And just to get, to have that type of proximity to a celebrity of sorts. So, like, don't you do extra due diligence when you are a celebrity to make sure that you are lining up correctly with somebody? Like, you don't want to just get somebody in your life that it's not on an equal playing field. That this person is pretty much gonna be leaning on you for some things at the least, and at the most it could be Nesto. Like, he's a true definition of doing the most here, because he did everything, like I said, but ultimately take her natural life. So I think more due diligence. But yeah, she's absolutely a victim. I mean, even if you should have done your due diligence and you didn't, if somebody does something to you adverse, you're a victim. Thank you, Cupcake. Says Sonya going to jail. Oh, it's January 17th. She better get those, what does friends say, documents. She better get them together. The ninja went to jail over 100 times while they were married. Not 100 times, one leg off. Might as well have been, though. Might as well have been. And all of that, taking this, travel trailer out and all this, fake traveling here, there, and everywhere. Like, man, please. I need to get the papers together to get rid of somebody like that, because you're just not getting ready to be all over the place. You don't have any reason for it. Nesto didn't have any reason for all of that. And then y'all remember that call long time ago where he said, yeah, they said I've been going state to state. I haven't went state to state. I went state to state when I was in the federal prison, but I haven't been state to state. And I'm like, Nesto, you're lying. You know that you've been all over the place. She knows you've been all over the place. So who are you trying to convince here? Something Shirley could have done is $1 on Google. See? Right. Say no to previous hard drugs, prison, and DV, period. Or you take a chance with your life. Wow. Or did Shirley turn a blind eye to the information? Could have, because she liked this man for whatever reason. I won't try to explain too deep. Shirley was a victim is my start on this. It's deeper. Okay. I believe you. Because we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. People misinterpretation of Christian forgiveness is what gets them in trouble. You know what? I want to, do y'all know Peach McIntyre? She's a social media content creator. I want to talk about Peach McIntyre. I thought I was going to do it today, but done got on here and did 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I can't do it now, but maybe I could do it later. I want to talk about Peach McIntyre and her relationship with her mom. And this point, what you're saying right here, a lady 747, forgiveness, because she's got this whole issue with her mother, and people, other content creators and stuff that do reactions to her content, it's like the consensus is that she is just dead wrong for her uh, take on her mother and their relationship and stuff. But I just kind of want to get into it. I know that there's a lot of opinions about it. Of course, I have my own, but I want to get into it and just talk about that. And because sometimes I think that we don't necessarily look at things like all the ways that we should have um, when it comes to forgiveness, when it comes to people wronging you and things like that. And this misinterpretation of Christian forgiveness is a big part of why a lot of times we stay in situations and keep getting abused, keep getting re-abused, and things keep getting worse. And then ultimately people lose their lives and stuff thinking that they're just trying to do the right thing and stay in relationship with people that they should have probably gotten away from, as far as they could. But yeah, I want to do a reaction to a video that she did just recently. So the next time I go live, I'm going to be talking about that. It's not the paycheck for me, it's the relationship advice she gives. Well, I hear you, one leg off. It's her job, it's her job. Um, I don't think that she necessarily writes everything that she says. She might. I don't know, but I would think that a show like that where you have to, like every day, you have to have this letter and you have to give your advice on it. I would think that they probably set that up and do meetings, talk about what a good response to the letters are going to be with writers and stuff like that. And then probably let me have a little drink of water. Probably kind of get a consensus, and then of course Steve gets to be the final judge of what they're gonna answer the person. So it is rough, right? But then it's also like, Wendy Williams, she would talk about everybody's everything, and then at the end of the day, she had that man over there running amok on her. And she was drinking and she was relapsing and she had these health problems, and it was like a real mess. Meanwhile, your job is to talk about other people's mess. Shirley thought Nesto was a redemption story. That's sad. 1,000 times. Oh man. Let's see. Keisha Marie. She knew his background but thought he changed and she had converted him to renewed Christianity. He was faking the funk big time. Big time. Dan had nerve enough to tell her, no, I always been like this about God. And she said, oh, really? I thought I introduced you to God. I thought you were kind of, what she really wanted to say was taking my lead on godliness. But he said he always been like that to her. Let's see. There's a reason SS states single so long. Nesto was well-trained, malignant narc of the worst kind and a sociopath. I am 1,000% in agreement with this. Love bombing, triangulation, etc. Long, deep rabbit hole. Yes. Especially this whole sociopath piece. I need to look up malignant narc. Let's see. Cupcake. I'm so happy. I never cared to listen to her letter. Yeah, I used to listen to them. That's been a long time ago. In the mornings on the way to work. That had to be before 2011. It was a long time ago. And so I knew of them well, but I hadn't listened to them in a long time. Peach a mess. Yeah, Peach is a case study. Not a whole case study. That lady got 9 or 50, 11 kids. Yep. Y'all, yeah, I'm real interested to see what we. So it's a lot of things to break down about Peach. We gonna start with the mama piece. She needs to stop dogging her mom online. Okay, so that's Sunshine's opinion. You don't talk to her. Okay, stop. Use her for content. You will. Okay, with wood. Okay, okay. So already getting a consensus there. She didn't know the depths they will go for supply, and Shirley was the cream of the crop supply. Yep. That's a word right there, Keisha Marie. Yep. So true. She didn't realize fake letters. Let's see what letters I got off track to fake letters, you mean. That's their husbands. Hey, Linda Gibbs. Hey, hey. How you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. Yep. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Hope you had a beautiful holiday season. To everyone. Wendy Williams should be glad Whitney not here. Will Whitney air her out, you think? Let's see. A person behavior and reaction to it goes as deep as their childhood age. Shirley Strawberry needed therapy, but she replied solely on, yeah, that's great, but she needed both. I had to have it. Let's see. RT, childhood. Is that childhood therapy? Yeah, for sure. I think therapy is it's like it's inconvenient, and I think people think that like, I don't need that, I'll just skip that and just go ahead and get through it. But yeah, I really do. I believe that I think all people need therapy at some point. Like, you go through so many things in life. You could have had a great childhood, but something really bad happened just in life in general, and it just throw you for a loop. And then um, things traumatize people. There's grief. I know I lost my great aunt when I was a kid, and I couldn't really verbalize it, but I think I needed therapy from that because, she was just a really good person in my life. Like, she loved me. That was one thing I knew, like, for sure. She loved me. And I was always around a lot of family, and people would say my family was close, but I personally didn't feel like I was loved by, not my mother. Felt like my mother loved me. Um she did some interesting things. She was very, like, she was, young, a bit self-centered. My father wasn't there. She was just a single mom. It's just me. I didn't know him, so I didn't have him, his side of the family, nothing. And my mother was still just, trying to just live her life or whatever. And then I felt inconvenient to a lot of the family sometime, and like, other people were more well appreciated. Other of the kids, rather, were more appreciated than I was. And now that I'm older, I could kind of see how that was. Like, you go and, have a baby and come back and drop this baby back off with the family, your mom, your sisters, and everybody just kind of has to help and tolerate. Yeah, you might not get the best treatment. So I really love that aunt, and she really loved me, and she had an aneurysm. And went to the hospital the night before we were going to go on this shopping trip. And I was so excited about this shopping trip. I don't know what I thought I was going to get, but I just, I was excited to go out with my grandmother and her shopping the next day. And she had an aneurysm. And then she was in a coma for a few days and she ended up passing away. And, I wish I would have got some therapy at that point, because that was hard for me. And I was probably 11 or 12 or something like that. But that was really, really hard for me to lose her. And the thing is, people just keep on going. Nobody thinks like for you or what you're going through, but that's just life. A lot of times people are just thinking about, we got to keep going. You got to just, keep on pushing. And so that's just the thing. I think, you don't necessarily, and, there's all sorts and types of things that happen to people, but it could be something like that just, like a lot of times you need help, getting through some things and you don't get it. And then you just keep on going. And then you just wind up a grown up that still needs a whole lot of, working through, the things that you've been through in life. But yeah, okay, y'all, I gotta go. This boy of mine is trying to get to the gym and we're supposed to go. He can't drive on his own yet. This is my youngest one, that's 15. So I'm gonna check out for now, but I am gonna come back with that peach content. I know it's gonna be pretty controversial because it just is. Like, everything she does is controversial. She kind of, I think we're not used to somebody just speaking their whole mind. A lot of times people think things that they don't say, and she's committed to just doing whatever she wants to do, good or bad, right or wrong. She tells us that she gambles and it doesn't make any sense. She tells us that she's already supposed to have owned a house by now. She's made so much money, but she's still renting and gambling and with her husband that is cheating. And we know this because she showed it to us. I mean, it's a mess. I just want to talk about the her and her mom aspect of it. So anyway, I will see you all on the next one. Thank y'all for coming by and talking to me. I appreciate this. This has been so much fun. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye.